volume. I know I had it configured already, but forgot about the link that I sent earlier. Okay. Let me know if the ratio music to voice is good, because I can not hear it. I see little bars, but I'm not able to hear it myself. How about now? Can you guys hear me better? We'll just give it a few minutes for people to join, because we posted a link pretty late. Better now. Worse? Perfect? Some people are perfect, some people are worse. Let me see. How about now? All right. I hope that's better. So welcome everyone. So I'm gonna take a picture of how the equalizer is right now. Just give it a couple more minutes, and then we'll get started. How's everybody's day? How's how's trading this crazy market, this crazy reversal? All right. I guess we should start 5 minutes in. Oh, that's not the screen I want to share. um, all right. That's the screen I want to share. A little too bright, actually, I see right there. Spy pay the bills. Nice. Nice. Myself, I shorted 3 times, 2 times successfully, and the third time was not successful. But did it at key levels, so it was nice. So, so we're gonna start the usual. We're gonna go a little bit of not focus on the mega uptrend. We're just gonna go with the what happened today and everything. We're gonna do our usual clean the chart before the start. Goodbye, little drawings. All right. Boop. All right. So let's see how many people we got here. 16 viewers. Nice. Thank you for coming back. And we're gonna do this one real quick because I think a lot more focus today can be done on homework. I think we can do a homework very nicely today. We are going we're gonna clear this watch list right here. Boom. Keep those key levels right there. We are actually gonna plug them in. So for anybody that's interested, follow up, get your Thinkorswim. If you have an extra display or something, and we're gonna start right here. So we're gonna start with the last week low. Put it on your charts. Last week low right here, which ends up being 37.44.50. Very important where the last week low is at. All right, we're gonna put the not this one, not this level. Let's go for the other one right here. 2021 opening price. That's important right there, and you guys will see why. 2021 opening price. Oops, sorry. At 37.48.75. Gonna put that with a little different color, so oops, so we can identify it. Did I just? Sorry guys, I got nervous. All right, which they're very close. There's a reason where we're having this bottoming tails on these levels right here. There's we have the last week low right here plus the 2021 opening price. So at the moment, the market's trying to hold what I would call like not lose all the 2021 gains, right? Because I already lost it right here. We were um, looking very badly. We're also gonna do with a 20% decline from all-time highs. 20% decline from all-time highs. We're gonna have it at 38.57.70. 38.57.70 right here. Alfonso got young. Is this cube, by the way? um, Doing it in behalf of Alfonso, but that's something that we usually do, right? So first of all, we got our important key levels right here. We're also gonna add the last swing low, just in case we hit it right here. So gonna put this right here on the right, white, right here. Boom. So that's what we're gonna have. Now we're just gonna go with some simple trend lines of the highs. Just to keep this in mind, this is a major breakout trend line that we're gonna watch out for in the future if we get there. Boom. And we're gonna watch out for this trend line right here. And I know it's broken, but it's gonna be an important point right here, because a lot of the times what the market does is when it does a breakdown, there's gonna be another candle that will retest and then fall back down. You know, I don't know if you ever seen it happen a lot, but what the market does is breaks the trend line and does like a little tag on the other side as a resistance, and then that's when it sells, right? So it's one of the things that we're gonna look for on this market right now. So this market, we had this a little bit right here on the weekly from the highs right here. Actually, we're gonna start with this with the drop initiating right here, right? That's when this drop started happening into the lows right here. So I like to use my favorites, right, for retracement, see where we at. So the best areas to short usually are if you believe that the market is going to come down, it's going to be somewhere between the 50 and the 618 retracement. Exactly, the 618 is always the best area, and if you can short between this area, what they call the golden zone or the golden area, that's the best, right? So we see a drop from these levels into lows, but the market kind of tried to did a little higher low with this retracement right here, where it bounced off the 618, which was the 2021 opening price, into a new high. But the problem right here is that it did not reach a this high right here, so thus making a lower high. So at the moment you have like a sequence, right? You have the drop, a high, a higher low, trying to make a rebound, but then a lower high. So this usually indicates a dip down, right? Now that it didn't trade to that high right there. Okay. So one of the things I'm watching as well is kind of this trend line right here from this highs to see if we gonna if this is basing around this trend line. It don't traded too low, right, for my liking, so I'm not putting too much weight on this thing. That's what I'm watching. So right here, we're just gonna try to play this objectively speaking, not trying to inflect any bias on it. What we see is a full 100% retracement off of this move right here, and then trying to play some trade into this levels right here. So I think key level, something to watch out for the next upcoming days is that if there's a daily candle close, if you see the importance of this level, the 2021 opening price, the last week low and everything, if there's a candle close below it on a daily time frame, then you can aim for this low. I think it will be the most ideal scenario, like if it drops to this low. Now, you guys, we are in OPEX Friday, and a lot of people are familiar with this. Is the expiration of a third Friday of every month. Biggest expiry on options, right? And a lot of the times, if you guys are familiar with trading around OPEX, is that the market tends to gravitate to the highest gamma strikes. So um, looking at a SPY, looking at SPY right here, option chain. On the put side, we don't have this super huge open interest, and this will reflect tomorrow what the real open interest is, right? This is what is starting in the morning. Whatever happened on volume today, it'll reflect. So you're gonna see on the call side, there was a lot of volume right here on the 380s, but the open interest is way higher on the put side, 102,000, and it's around 151,000 on the 370 puts. So on the puts outweigh the calls by a lot. And what happens a lot is that the market would either close, I mean, will make this worthless. Either the 380s or the 370s, whatever is the heaviest, right? So at the moment, it'll make sense for the market to close on Friday at the 380 strike, which will be 102,000 open interest contracts. And tomorrow, we'll see what this fixes to, right? Whenever the option chain gives you the new open interest, and we'll see. So that's my that would be my target for this to see how we end there. But so basically 3,800, right? The thing is that we're right there, right? So there's how is it gonna get there? Is it gonna get there going up and then down, or down and then up? That would be some question about the intraday perspective, right? So one of the key levels I'm watching for tomorrow is how we react on the daily 20 if we start going up, how we react on this trend line as a tag into resistance, and how do we act if we start selling into lower price of the 2021 but opening price right here, the last week low and everything, and then see how it goes from there, right? Because this week is not an inside week anymore. This week was, and I'll show you right now on the weekly levels right here. It was not. This one was an inside week just by a tiny bit, and then breaking this low right here today, where it broke the inside candle, so the market is a little more free to move to either direction, right? So we'll see if we, like I say, if we end up closing the week below this level right here, that will indicate me that the next week we're most likely gonna hit those lows right here. All right, that's about it. Like I don't have much to say about this. Just I'll be adding levels like every like when we're trading up for this levels right here. I will put that level up for this daily candles high, which is very close to this daily candle low, and so on. Right. I think there's a gap on the cash session. Let me look at it real quick. No real gap right here. There's a gap right here. So I always be mindful of that gap on the future. If we start trading higher. But yeah, on the intraday perspective, it does look very bullish, right? That the market really pushed up throughout the day. But we have to remember how we are sitting on what positioning, right? Below the 20, below this trend line, all the good stuff. Okay, that's what we got right there. On in the case of the NQs, I'm gonna keep my levels as they are right now. If you notice, this overnight session is topping at the daily 20, so that's indication to me that this is gonna be key level, right? This overnight session is topping right here, so I'll expect this market to take a decision above this or below this. On a on a perspective of a pullback right here, it still made a lower high compared to this high. Uh, we still have a small gap right here to fill, and we are basically, if it turns around right here, it will basically be turning around the 50% of this drop into a new drop, right? So that's uh that's what I'm looking for. So intraday is very important to look at the internals. I think today there was a lot of the story happening being told on internals, and I was kind of like a non-believer when before the pump, right? But if you guys seen this was very important that a lot more volume was leaving it was leading sell side, right? It was leading more volume going into red stocks than going into green stocks. But obviously the market is at least the S&P it moves in weighted sectors, right? Like the most weighted sectors will move the S&P instead of the unweighted sectors, like materials and utilities and stuff like that do not move the market that much unless it's in sync with other stuff. But if tech is going, the SPY will go, right? And like I said, it was mostly bearish internals with the tick even up to this point right here, up to the middle of the day. It was bearish internals. Even with the run up, it was bearish internals. It was mostly the cumulative tick was mostly happening on negative sides. But this is some indication, right? Before the market actually pumped into this big leg up right here, we actually were higher on the ADS-PD, making a higher high, beating this high right here on ADS-PD up to this point. So if you notice, we were right here, and this ADS-PD made a high. So it was one of the key things that I saw throughout the day. Like, okay, this most more stocks are going green, and the S&P is lagging. It's gonna either the stocks are gonna either correct down or the S&P is gonna correct up. And what happened is the S&P did a correction upwards, right? And then you start seeing all those 1,900 ticks indicating a short squeeze at the highs. So that's it. That's what I have. I'm also keeping an eye on this trend line. We did break it, but did not get confirmation. We need a daily candle close below this trend line will indicate me that there's more further downside, and that will be my aim, right? Uh, if we do end up going higher and taking this high right here on the NQs, I'll put this like we're making a series of a low, a higher low, a higher low right here, and then this breaking this high will place another higher high, right? And that will send us. Then I will be a believer of the breakout at that point because you're putting a change of trend at that point, sequence of higher lows to into higher highs. All right. It says, can I get some levels for SPY? Yeah, my SPY chart does not, I don't like to mess with it that much, right? But I'll give you some levels right here. Just same idea. We're gonna keep an eye on this. Is the futures what I use, right? But you can use the SPY, it's the same idea. It's just you're not gonna see a lot of the overnight action, which it does count. I will still count it as this got broken, and we'll see how it interacts with this right here. We're just gonna go with levels off of this low, which is around the like I said, the weekly candle low right here. I will look at any weekly levels, in fact. In fact, so this weekly open, this weekly close, this weekly close right here, and so on. So going back to a daily, I will have this right here, this low right here, this low right here. All right. This would be the way for me to chart it. I'd rather do futures, like I said. It's a little more clear than with the SPY. But that's the same idea, right? If you end up closing a candle below this level right here, this will be the line in the sand. I will target further downside. And for upward momentum, I will think that I will seek for to see if the daily 20 gets broken, if the trend line is gonna break, and so on. Okay. So line on the sand is around 372.60, around that level. And like I said, we gotta watch out for this trend line right here. Okay. Now, next up, we're gonna look at some watch lists. And one of our members already did the homework for us. I'm actually not gonna even gonna look at the scanner. I'm just gonna go with our friend's suggestions. Thank you, Fredo. Shout out to Fredo. He's in chat right here. And we're gonna start. Here is and he does this in our VIP room, so you guys can join and take a look at this for yourself. Um, and I'm guessing you're using the scanner, right, Fredo, for this, if I'm correct. So beautiful thing using the Strat scanner. We have a lot of inside days and an outside day followed by an inside day. All right. All right, so we're gonna start with some liquid names and everything. Actually, everything right here is liquid. We're gonna start with the first one that I like, a double inside day. That's one of my favorite ones. We're gonna clear our chart right here, and just for reference, the red one is the daily 20 EMA, and the blue one is the 50 EMA. All right. So right off the bat, we have a very tight consolidation off of this level. So what you're gonna do on an inside candle is just see whatever breaks on either side and aim for the outside candle. Now, I see that there's not a lot of money to be made from here to here or from here to here. I understand that. I understand that very much. All right. There's a gap right here. We're gonna get this level, this candle low for this level right here, and then we're gonna get this candle high for the breakout area. You know, this is gonna be our trigger right here. So we're gonna put this on right here. And then for the downside, we're gonna make a trigger right here. This breaking this candle low will give us confirmation for the downside. And we're gonna go and make some alerts right here. At or below ask. Breakdown. and then an alert to the upside right here. Breakout. All right, the bit. Oops. I'm just gonna put breakout right here. All right. So we got our alerts. We have our breakout areas, and now once we are in the trade, let's say it trades to the upside, it starts breaking up to the upside. We will be looking at this gap fill as a target, and then we will be looking at this candle openings. If you see, there's a lot of levels off of this low right here. This candle's open right here, and also it'll be basically a daily 20. So in I would not take too many contracts further than this. Main target price area will be this, in fact, which is 57.76, right? That's what we will look for. We're gonna just do a little trend line right here for the future reference right here, and then we're gonna do a trend line right here for future reference right here as well. See if we hit that as well. Right. Now, if it starts going higher than this, then I'll be looking at the top of consolidation area right here, like this candle highs right here, this candle close, candle lows, very very clear level right here. We're gonna look at this double top right here that it had for another level, and we will be looking at this candle high right here with this corner with also this candle low, very close to its low, and so on, right? I don't really expect WYNN to make a super duper run, right? But that'll be it. And my TOS got stuck right there. Just give it a second for it to react. All right. So WYNN, we're just gonna put that on our list. Uh, double inside day main main target daily 20 EMA. All right. Now, if it breaks to the downside, I will expect this to trade into this trend line right here. That will be my main downside target to this trend line right here, and I'll probably take a look at this candle close right here for another level, and this candle low right here, and this candle low right here. So I'll post these levels and everything for VIP and members, and if you guys want them, just shoot me a DM. They'll be right here. You can pause the video and everything to check the levels, but those are gonna be the ones. So I love the setup, Fredo. Very nice, very nice. Keep it on watch, and I think airlines and travel is getting pretty hot lately. So something to watch out for, right? All right. Next up, we're gonna go. Um, we have a lot of outside day followed by an inside day. That's a very pretty weird setup, right? Somebody is typing that. Take a look at Costco from last week. Oh, this is yeah. Costco from last week obviously broke the inside candle to the upside, and it sold into a daily 20. Usually that's a buy area. You've seen it before, and we had a breakout of a bull flag daily 20 and possibly a retracement. So I did not have it on watch, but bouncing around the 50% retracement into a breakout. So the move kind of already happened, but let's say that it does have continuation. Well, we already have targets for the upside on here. There's no setup. While you look in this name, it will be for continuation, right? To see if it breaks all of these levels right here, and main target area will be this level right here. But this name, since the setup already happened, what you will seek is continuation. Momentum for this to be carry on forward. But there's no really setup for it. It's just a breakout happening. So we're gonna go with let's see APPS. Okay, it's an inside day right here. Not a very big fan of this setup. There's really not much going on right here. No base somewhere significant. I'm gonna skip this one real quick. We can chart the near play for next week. We can. The thing is that if you wanna play ERs, like you can play the can. Just shoot, put it on the comments. What kind of ERs you're looking at, and we'll take a look at them. Gonna do Tesla, right? Let's look at Tesla. Everybody loves Tesla. Tesla is not the best thing to look for on Fridays, but this is a nice setup. Mm, I think let's see. This candle high is gonna be a problem right here. It's an inside day, so we can just go by the inside day rules, right? So what we're gonna do is place on the top of this candle and bottom of this candle or levels for breakouts. I will very much favor the break to the upside at the moment. Gonna put our. This has very nice range into the next outside candle days. So it's gonna put as outside candle high right here on Tesla. And yeah, that will be the play. Now, if it does about go above the last candle high, I will take a look into the 740 level, 740, and then the daily 20. So, and then we're gonna do a little alert right here. At or below, ask, uh, breakdown right here. And our immediate target will be, I will look at this candle low. And then if that breaks, I will be looking at, so it will be 675.22. And then if that breaks, it will be 654, right? So just gonna put right here, Tesla. Inside candle, um, break, uh, good range for both sides. And above outside candle high, room towards the 50 EMA daily, right there. That's what we have. We have WYNN Tesla right here. All right. Next up, like I said, you guys can put suggestions on if you guys see a setup. You can put it on the what's it called on chat, and we'll take a look at them. So let's see. Next up, we're gonna do. Let's see. Nike is a good mover for Lotto Fridays. Ooh, this is a good setup, guys. Now, this is a good setup because the options on Nike are good for Fridays. Friday Lottos on Nike, they're cheap. They move according with the stock. They don't have super mega IV, you know? And outside targets are very clear and they're very, yeah, this will be nice. And then, and this could actually, if the market's crazy tomorrow to the upside, we could hit for, further, right? So is wait, you say it's running after hours, Tesla? Okay, no idea. Apparently something came out. So More than likely, this thing is gonna be with a already upward momentum tomorrow. We'll see how it survives, right? We'll see how it survives. It's already running. Chase it. All right. So I like Nike just because the options have moved very nicely on this name. I've traded on a lot of Fridays before, and this just moved very, very nicely. So we're gonna put our inside candles levels right here. Remember, not just because the inside candle happens, it's just gonna play out, right? You have to look at intraday how is reacting to those levels and how's it going. So just gonna go right here with a breakout. Then lower this a little bit right here. Replace. Just gonna put right here, at or below, breakdown. Boom, right here. So on this name, like I said, there's a hidden divergence on the daily RSI as it was coming down. The RSI was holding up nicely right here. And if this ends up holding right here and we have a break of this inside candle to the upside, this is basically a higher low. And we have a clear trend line right here. And we could potentially get ballistic right into a daily 20. If we have a daily candle close tomorrow, like this, about this trend line, then next week we could actually look for uh, swings or more, yeah, more long dated swings into Nike because it's basically breaking this downtrend right here, right? So top setup right here. I love it. I love the options on it for a lot of Friday. So inside candle with potential trend line break on the daily and possible swing candidate if broken. All right. So far so good. I'm liking those setups. So far so good. All right. So far so good. Now I'm gonna do something extra for. All right. Hope this is not too bright. Hold on. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna take a look at Nike, just max pain, just to have clear what the max pain is, and we're just gonna put it on our notes, right? Um, Max pain at 110. We're gonna put our max pain on Tesla. Just have to be aware where the market, since it's OPEX, right? Where could Tesla close at? Max pain 715. And win 5850. 5850. So you're just gonna keep that in mind. A lot of times it matters. It will matter in names that are hugely traded, like Tesla, but a lot of the other names may not get that much attention, right? Now, just imagine that Nike runs tomorrow into the 110s just because of max pain. That would be amazing, right? Just imagine some lottos, some big ass inside candle like this into 110. That would be amazing, right? That's where the 1000% come true. That's how they're made. I have my doubts because it will be crazy, but have to be open-minded, right? A lot of Fridays are to put money that you can afford to lose and see it grow, right? Not too crazy. Don't full port those plays. All right. Next up, gonna take a look at. Let's see, what do we like right here? Dash. Hmm. This looks more bearish than anything, but that would be ideal for us to take tomorrow. If the market, let's say, turns around, has a more of a bearish day, this will be a better bearish candidate at this levels right here. So I'm not gonna put too much thought into this. The inside candle breaks, then I'm just gonna take the alerted side, right? Because just think about it like this. If let's see, we're gonna just chart right here, bottoms at the low. So this is the inside candle, right? So the upside has to the outside range has more room. If you notice, there has been rejection of the daily 50 right here and right here. So it will be one of my targets, not really this high, but the daily 50 EMA to the upside. I wouldn't go too crazy, right? But keeping in mind that this is basically a downtrend, a small trend line on the daily is probably best seen on the hourly right here. So if this gets broken out, there can be potential, right, for a breakout. Just basically something like you see this downtrend right here, and then you start seeing the uptrend, the breakout right here. So you see the pattern, right? It's basically it's like if you're looking at a bull flag, right? Just bull flagging, break to the upside right here. So to the downside, I will target this trend line right here. So just gonna place a couple of alerts right here. Um, At or below, ask, breakdown. Gonna put this a little closer right here. Then put this right here. Uh, at or above, bid, breakout. Now, I'm not a fan of this one because the candle is red. So just to put it on perspective, for you to break this high, it will require you to rally from this point up to this and then this. So a lot of the daily range of Dash would already be completed, like most of it from year to year, right? So you're if you're gonna go in calls after this is broken and then it already rallied this much up, you're not giving yourself a lot of profit potential of this trade. So this could potentially be a good thing to monitor at the around the open, because if it is gonna break to the upside, you can see profit potential up to this high, and then if that breaks into this high, right, into the daily 50. So, and then obviously if it breaks down, if the market decides to go lower, then we have a clear trend line to aim for on the breakdown right here. So we're just gonna put a Shui inside candle, uh, clear target to the downside trend line, uh, possible break to the upside on break daily. All right. All right. We're gonna put 2 stars right here. I like Nike a lot for tomorrow. I like Nike and WYNN. We're gonna put 1 star. Ooh, we have a. Let me ban this player. Oh, Jesus Christ. How can I ban this? Alfonso, if he's online, can you? Oops, sorry, that's Dash. Yes. Alfonso, can you ban that person? It's Kuvito's bookmarking the site right now. Yeah, I'm about to put my credit card info into Naked HD. Oh, Alfonso, I hope he's online. How do they find us? Let me see if I can ban it. I don't have powers. I don't have powers to ban it. Ah, he's not online. Let me see. Let me send him a text real quick. All right, it looks like it stopped, right? Did it stop? Because I don't see it anymore. I did report it, but I don't know if that makes any. Um, Jesus. All right, all right, Benny. I hope you didn't put in your credit card information to the website. I know you. All right, that's with Dash. So here's the deal, right? Dash closed below the 20, that's bearish. Dash has a trend line right here, rejection, that's bearish, and it has a clear target to the downside. Now, like I say, it has potential to break to the upside because if this breaks, let's actually look at this on the hourly. Yeah, if that breaks, it's because the trend line is not that very clear. But if that breaks, then I will think that this it has more room to go. We'll see how it goes. Um, did the spam stop, or was it just because I reported I don't see it anymore? All right, let's go. Unless somebody gives me another suggestions, because I'm up for suggestions at this moment, since we have 10 minutes to go. We have PayPal, Snow, and Netflix. Let's see, Netflix, PayPal. Hold on, Netflix. I don't want to touch Netflix 'cause I want to short it. No questions asked. um, PayPal. I do like it. There was a there was if you guys noticed there was an inside candle right here. It broke and it gave target to the downside right here. That played nicely right here, and then it had a rebound. There was just not a lot of intraday. There was not a lot of stuff going on, right? Because when it opened, it reached target right away, so there was not a lot of trade. If it would have opened right here, there was a lot of trade going on right here. It was one of those days that it gets down, meets target, and then bounces back up. So we're gonna keep her outside on top of this candle high on PayPal. And I think if that breaks, I'll give it room into 71.81 into a daily 20. So potential for a candle to be like this. And if it breaks to the downside, then I'll be looking into the last low right here, and I'll be looking at this low right here, and potentially a new low. So just gonna put a couple of ask right here, at or below, breakdown. Not a huge fan. Not a huge fan of this one, but it's worth to keep it on alerts. Oh, I forgot. Let's do max pain on dash. Max pain on dash is 70. So if you notice, right now it's right almost at it. So I wouldn't expect that much. So dash is not a very optimal play, guys. But keep it in mind. Let's do a suggestion right here. Oxy Alexander says that's 8 man, right? Let's see. Let's see Oxy. All right. So I will base my decisions on any of these names on oil futures. That's my take from this. Now let's see the weekly. The weekly, I will give it one more day to Oxy. Possibly not a good candidate for a lot of Friday since the range of the candles don't have a lot of moves. This is not a lot of Friday candidate. If you notice, there's just very little money on the candles to be made. But something interesting that I see is that the Oxy likes to base around the daily 20 and then bounce, right? So at this moment, it does look like a type of a head and shoulders, right? You have the shoulder, right? Another shoulder. So if this breaks down, this is on the weekly, by the way. A weekly candle close below this area, I'll expect Oxy to actually drop into a 50 or so on the next upcoming days. But but right here on the daily, like I said, no setup, an optimal setup for Lotto Friday. We are having a huge rebound on oil futures at the moment, but have to see. This looks like a bear trap. What happened right here? Because it's back below support. So what I will look for is to see if the weekly candle. I'll give you right here. So if tomorrow closes below the weekly 20 EMA, because it's clear, I'll expect some downside, right? Some more downside targets. So and for the upside, yeah, it doesn't look very convincing to the upside, man. To be honest. So no setup right here. No setup. It will need more development for Oxy for me to take it. And oil is tricky right now. Oil is very tricky, and it's because the Fed intention is to kill commodity prices, to bring inflation down. So oil is being targeted to come back down, right? Kill demand, uh, and you'll bring inflation down, and then you get over with this recession quicker. That's right. I'll keep an eye on chat for more suggestions or more nasty links. Um, let's see. Inside candle on the weekly on Nike. Let me see, Fredo. We are current. Oh, it does have a weekly inside candle. So just imagine like the a break of these outside weekly level, and we're gonna lower this level right here. So this outside right here, a break off of this level brings you this upward weekly candle level right here. So that's great. Good catch. Uh, good catch. Okay, we gotta put it on our notes. Inside weekly candle with big range to the upside. Ooh, I'm loving this Nike setup, man. Put in my full port tomorrow. Nah, just kidding. Sometimes like setup like this is worth putting a full on starter, right? Or I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you how to size up on this thing. Be nimble, right? Be careful. Nothing's 100% sure on this market. but I'm liking it. Now, what do we like? Let's see. Square, PayPal, Netflix, Amazon. Let's look at Amazon. Is it good, Amazon, for a lot of Fridays, guys? Just do it. Is Amazon good for a lot of Fridays, by the way? Just because we have it on our faces, we're gonna chart it real quick. Okay, this broke out. So I'm looking at this trend line right here. All right. This is clear support, clear support. This candle high, I'm gonna choose this candle high. This peak right here with this candle low, I like it. This candle high, this candle high, this candle low, I like it. Gonna choose this peak right here. It's very close to this candle low, not exactly. Gonna choose this levels right here. This is, you say this consolidation right here that broke to the downside. This level is gonna be very important. This is bottom of consolidation right here. Daily 20 right here. So this will need momentum. If it breaks to the upside, it will need momentum because you have the daily 20 right away. The candle, the prior day high right here. But since the split, I haven't traded Amazon, to be honest. Since the split, it just not does not the moves does not appeal me. But if it's good, I never tried a lot of Friday on Amazon post split, right? It's just gonna set alerts. Positive numbers. When are they reporting those numbers? Amazon's not fun anymore, huh? Yeah. Yeah, just some lot of Fridays on Amazon pre-split was very fun. So we're just gonna have an Amazon inside day. Uh, test the Lotto Friday potential. If you guys are experienced with that whole Amazon moves, and it's not a lot of candidate for Friday, then the best ideal for Amazon, it will be to be what's it called? The best idea will be to play next week's on it next week's. All right. Max pain on it is 115. It's 115. Where's that right now? So around 5 points. That'll be ideal. Take it to 115. That'll be very cool. Take it towards 115. So potential maybe. Maybe there's potential on this. Maybe there is. Maybe there is. Um, yeah, just look at the options right here. The 115s are 10 cents. So if max pain is 115 and you believe this can go to max pain, 114 being this much that in the next day is gonna open actually a lot lower. You could put, if you could potentially put this in the money for $1 and buy this around 8 to 10 cents, you're looking at a 1,000% gainer, right? Right. So not a bad candidate, probably if the max pain theory plays out, right? If this heads towards 115. Google splits tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? It is tomorrow. Wait, it does. I do have two dates. Which one's the real one? The 16, the 15, or the 18? Or is it gonna split over the weekend for the next day to appear like this? Oh, look at the lows of today. This we charted Google. I don't know when last week, right? Because of potential for all this stuff. And look at the lows of today, right? Could have, if I was watching it, we could have nailed the entry on the call side, right? Off of this trend line right here. Was not watching it, obviously, because I didn't trade it. Okay, so we'll see. I don't. The potential that I see on Google right now is that it bounced off of this trend line, and it's a higher low. So if it starts having another, if it breaks this candle high, I will think that it is gonna give it a try to make a. This is a higher high at this moment. So low, higher low, higher high. This was not a higher high, but it is now right here. So you could expect this could potentially trade upward, you know, into another higher high, and then see what happens from there. That's what I see at the moment. Ooh, we could have catch that because I didn't draw this today. Didn't even look at Google today at all. All right. Google did not break previous range today. It did not. I mean, actually, it stayed below. So there's some stuff that is different from other, right? This does not look, even though it had that rebound and it had a key level, a key trend line. Stuff like AMD had some relative strength, right? Nvidia, since Nancy Pelosi is buying the crap out of the Nvidia right now, trying to play this higher low. So we'll see. I think we're past time. So I'm gonna repeat a little bit what we have. We have a couple of a good watch list for tomorrow. I'm gonna be adding some personal plays into this and whatnot. Uh, Looking at especially Nike for tomorrow. I love the setup. Double inside candle, inside day. No, was it WYNN? When is the double inside there? I'm sorry. But Nike has an inside day with a potential trendline break on a daily. It's a potential swing candidate if broken. And it has an inside weekly candle with a big range to the upside. And max pain is way higher at 110. Looking at the options on it, let me see. Nike. Looking at the options, yeah, they're cheap. Like I said, let's say if 110 plays out, and then you buy something super cheap at the 106s, you know, have potential of making that like a 3,000% gainer or more. And it's dreaming, right? Daydreaming. So we'll see. Now, I was just gonna give you guys with this note. My target, and don't put it in stone, is for SPY to be tomorrow closing at 380 just because of Max Payne, right? And we're just way too close to it, right? So there's not a lot of potential for, like, the market can do something very erratic, right? Very open, very low, and then rally into 380, open very high, and then drop into 380. Ideal scenario is to end up above 380. So my my dream scenario is not some is something that I wish that I would like is for the market to open lower and then rally into 380, because that'll make the most sense. When you're above 380, 380 puts are gonna expire worthless anyway. So the movement to the upside is free, right? You can go anywhere. So tomorrow, given that, just think about it. Given that you're so close to 380 and target is 380, it gives me indication that we may chop, and that doesn't kill other plays. We could have relative strength, let's say on Nike, and then we take off, right? We take off on Nike, and I'll be watching oil because of what I've seen on like I say, on this chart right here. This looks like it had a massive level breakdown. This white level that I have is massive on the daily, is massive on the weekly, and you trade it below and you trade it back above it, not even a retest rejection, right? So what does that tell you? Is a basically that's a bear trap. So we have a $44 expected move for tomorrow on SPX. We keep that in mind. Let's take a look at the expected move, dynamic expected move for tomorrow. Not for tomorrow, but for like the weekly one. So if you guys noted, we are below it, and the SPX options market has the lower expected move around 38.16. So we could potentially move forward and then close somewhere around this level, or we'll see, right? We'll see how it goes. The expected, how can you check the expected move? Well, here is how. You go to your option chain right here, and you're gonna see this little number right here, right? You're gonna see this little number on every expiration, and it tells you what the expected move from the next day is. So for tomorrow, July 15, we have a $43 expected move at 1.89 implied volatility. So it gives you a 43.83, so around 44, what Alfonso said. Up or down expected move on SPX. That's what we have. And then once to check for the next week, once you have once the Friday session ends, you're gonna check for what is next week expiration. Friday the 22nd. So the 22nd of Friday right here. Once the Friday closes, you're gonna check for the expected move right here and see how you're gonna see where you can end up with up or plus or minus points expected on the option chain. Does not mean anything sometimes, right? Uh, give you an example. This weekly, last week right here, we ended up going in to the low end of the expected move into the high end of the expected move, and not go past those points. So it was very on point. But this week, we're actually below the expected move, and then we have potential going back inside. The prior week, we went below the expected move, and then we went back inside the expected move and a little more right here. So though those are usually some targets or indications, but there's nothing written on stone, right? Yeah, it depends on your broker. I think check out. It should show the expected move. It should pull out the implied volatility of the stocks, and then it should show you right there. You'll notice that on earnings, the expected move is a lot higher, and so on, right, than on non-earnings dates. So that's it, guys. I hope you liked it. I hope you're ready for tomorrow. I hope you have a good watch list. I hope you like it. Thank you for coming. We have 22 viewers. What are those green and red lines? Is Kevin is the expected move? Like I said, is the low end. This is where the weekly start where the week starts, right? In the black line. So if you have a priced in move for both directions of the same amount, you have a priced in move for the upside and for the downside. This is daily candles on SPX, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 daily candles. This is a short week. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a fifth daily candle that we're gonna have tomorrow. I love y'all. Thank you for coming. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Lotto Friday. Get ready.